about sports betting tips podcast. Today I'm joined with the co-founder of the podcast, which is Joe Norris, and myself, James Dooley. So, Joe, why have we decided to create the UK sports betting tips podcast?
Yeah, so podcasts obviously seem more popular now than ever. It's just another avenue basically for us to get across what we're doing and why we're doing it, sort of giving more reasoning behind our selections.
Yeah, so obviously on a day-to-day basis, you're providing daily horse racing tips, or it could be like football game predictions and stuff like that. But you've had quite a lot of followers asking you like, why do you fancy this horse and stuff like that. So I think these videos and these podcast series that's been syndicated out to many different platforms is going to give more insights. So like on these videos now, when let's say you fancy a specific horse to win, let's say the Gold Cup at Cheltenham, and you're going to give reasoning behind it, what type of information are these listeners going to be able to hear that's going to be on the series?
Yeah, so obviously, when you're on Twitter or wherever you're sharing your information, there's only so much you can sort of put down. So we're just looking to go much more in depth with this. Obviously, it's probably something we should have done a while back because started Get Your Tips Out in 2011. So you're coming on 15 years since we started. So we should have had a podcast a long time ago. But yeah, I definitely think it'll be something people will want to listen to. It won't just be waffling; it'll be important information. And like you said, with Cheltenham tips, like anti-post tips, there'll be a lot of reasoning as to why we like that horse. Obviously, there's so many factors that affect it, so it should be perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And anyone who is looking to subscribe to the UK Sports Betting Tips podcast, it will be being syndicated out to a lot of different platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. Every single episode will be listed on IMDb. If anyone wants to be a guest as well and they want to come on and give their information, I'm happy for me and Joe to kind of interview of why you might like a specific horse or a football game correct score prediction. I think the more in-depth part, I think I quite like it, Joe, where sometimes you'll make a selection and I'll like message you and say, why do you fancy that? I don't fancy that today. And then you've got specific reasoning behind it. Like
Yeah,
wind operation, a second run back or something like that, or the ground suits, or you think that a big one for you is like where they kind of start getting up in trip and stuff like that. And you think, do you know what? I think his stamina, I think like the breeding of it, he'll stay the extra distance and stuff. But have you got anything else to add then with regards to the information that you would be sharing? Obviously, there's on football. Is there any like insights to like team news and stuff like that of why you might like it, or if you've midweek Champions League games and stuff like that? Are you going, well, do you know what? I think they might rest at the
yeah.
weekend in the Premier League and stuff?
I think everything comes back to value, doesn't it? Like the reasoning behind what we're doing is to get the value, to get the best price. So I think with football, it should work well because obviously we're going to be planning ahead. We're going to be looking ahead all the time. So we'd be looking at targeting the weekend action, and then these podcasts will be coming out earlier in the week. So obviously the better prices are available because the price on football often comes in nearer to the date. And with the racing, we'll probably be focusing a lot on the anti-post stuff, especially with Cheltenham. You can see where a horse is going to get plotted throughout the season, and then obviously the closer it comes, the shorter the price gets. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. But yeah, there'll be lots of different angles that we'll be looking to approach on these podcasts.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to digging deep into it, asking you the reasoning behind your tips and your predictions. So yeah, today, obviously it's going to be James Dooley. He's one of the founders. I'm going to be doing a lot of the interviews with Joe Norris from Get Your Tips Out, or also he's now got his own brand for Joe Norris Tips, providing daily horse racing tips. But make certain you check on over on a different podcasting kind of platforms. Like you said, there's Amazon, there's Apple Podcasts, there's Spotify, there's SoundCloud, IMDb. The full name is UK Sports Betting Tips Podcast.